On the night of June 9, 1912, in the small town of Villisca, Iowa, an entire family was brutally murdered in their home, and the crime remains unsolved to this day. The victims were Josiah and Sarah Moore, their 4 children, and 2 young house guests, the Stillinger sisters, who were staying with them overnight. The family had attended church services that evening, and after returning home, they went to bed. Sometime during the night, a killer, armed with an axe, entered the Moore home and slaughtered every member of the family while they slept. What made the crime particularly terrifying was the methodical nature of the murders. The killer didn't just attack the victims. He took his time, moving through the house from room to room, carefully killing each person in their sleep. Afterward, the killer covered the victims' heads with sheets and wiped down the axe, leaving behind no fingerprints. Strangely, the killer also took the time to close the curtains, lock the doors, and even turn the lights off as if trying to conceal the crime. The scene was discovered the next morning by a neighbor who became concerned when the Moores hadn't come to church. When the police arrived, they found the gruesome scene: 8 bodies, all bludgeoned with an axe. The crime was so brutal and unsettling that it shocked the entire community. Despite a lengthy investigation, including multiple suspects and theories, no one was ever definitively charged with the murders. Several theories have been proposed over the years. Some suggest it was an act of revenge by a local man who had a grudge against Josiah Moore, while others point to a transient suspect who may have been involved in similar crimes in nearby towns. At one point, a man named Frank Jones, a wealthy local businessman, was a prime suspect due to a bitter feud with Josiah, but there was no concrete evidence to connect him to the crime. Other theories suggest the killer could have been a serial murderer, as there were similar axe murders in surrounding areas around the same time. Some even claim the case was linked to occult rituals or strange cult activity, but no theory has ever been proven. What adds to the creepiness of the Villisca Axe Murders is that the house where the murders occurred is still standing today. It's considered one of the most haunted places in the U.S., with reports of strange noises, flickering lights, and eerie sensations experienced by those who visit. The house has been turned into a museum, and ghost hunters and paranormal investigators regularly visit, hoping to uncover more about the chilling crime that remains unsolved after more than a century. The Villisca Axe Murders are a haunting reminder that sometimes the most terrifying crimes leave no answers, only questions that linger long after the victims are gone. Many still ponder the dark legacy of this tragedy, as it continues to captivate and terrify those who dare to explore its haunted history. The haunting nature of the Villisca Axe Murders ensures that the story of this tragic family will never be forgotten, drawing in curiosity and speculation for generations to come. As investigators and enthusiasts continue to seek answers, the questions surrounding the Villisca Axe Murders remain, forever entwined in the fabric of local legend and lore.